Mysterious Britain, The Origins of Witchcraft, exclusive to Patreon members. Welcome to the very first episode of Mysterious Britain, where we peel back the layers of the landscape to reveal the beliefs, fears, and ancient imaginations that shaped our island's darker folklore. In this opening instalment, we explore the births of the British witch, not the broomstick caricature, but the older, stranger figure who emerged from burial mounds, pre-Christian spirits, medieval anxieties, and the quiet superstitions of rural life. Drawing on centuries of folklore, archaeology, and church doctrine, this episode traces how barrows and ancient graves became gateways to the dead. Elves and underworld spirits blurred into familiars. Thresholds, witch marks, and household protections shaped daily life, and how the medieval church transformed local fears into the demonized witch of the trials. From whispered tales of midnight riders to the scholars who defined demonology, this is a journey into the haunted imagination of Britain, a place where the soil itself seemed alive with memory. A perfect beginning to our exploration of Britain's mysteries, myths, and the beliefs that once shaped every village green. Before we begin, make yourself comfortable, perhaps with a warm drink nearby and a candle gently flickering in the corner. Let the room settle. Let the quiet come in a little. These stories are best taken slowly, the way one might sit by the fire on a winter's evening, when the past feels just a touch closer than usual. Let's begin. Great Britain. Across Britain, the landscape holds memories. Ancient burial mounds rise like soft shadows on the hillsides. Lone standing stones catch the wind. Parish churches sit atop places where older gods once lived, and beneath the soil, the bones of thousands of years whisper their own stories. Tonight, we begin our journey into Mysterious Britain, a new series exploring the beliefs, the fears, legends, and quiet superstitions that shaped how our ancestors understood the world. And for our first episode, we walk straight into the oldest shadow of them all, the witch. Not the cartoon witch, no broomstick, no pointy hat, no green skin, but the older, stranger being who lived in the imagination long before the witch trials, long before Christianity, long before written history. A figure who emerged from Britain's earth itself, from barrows, burial mounds, crossroads, folklore, hunger, cold winters, and neighbourly quarrels, church doctrine, and deep-seated fear. This is not a tale with a single beginning. Witchcraft belief is not one neat story, but a weaving of many threads, classical, pagan, local, theological, and tonight we bring those threads together. From glowing embers on a medieval hearth to the courtroom at Chelmsford, from West Kennet Long Barrow to the pages of the Malleus Maleficarum, from village gossip to demonology, this is the origins of witchcraft. Before Christianity, the old magic. Most people today imagine witchcraft as a Christian invention, a kind of theological mistake that spiraled into trials and hangings. But the idea of the witch, the malfeasance user of uncanny forces predates Christianity by over 1,000 years. In Homer's Odyssey, written around 800 BC, the enchantress Ciri transformed men into animals with disturbing ease. Plutarch, writing in AD 100, describes illicit magic with a seriousness that suggests real fear. Roman laws, though often aimed at sorcery rather than witchcraft, frequently mention harmful charms, poisons, curses, and magical interference in daily life. And archaeology adds its own voice. Hundreds of ancient Greek curse tablets, thin sheets of lead etched with binding spells, have been found in wells, graves, and fountains. These tablets were placed deliberately with the dead because the underworld was believed to hold power to influence the living. It is an early pattern that will reappear across Britain for centuries. So when the Romans arrived in Britain, they carried not only legions and taxes, but centuries-old anxieties about harmful magic. British and Celtic spiritual practices, druidic rites, charms, healing magic easily slotted into these existing classical frameworks. The witch, even then, was waiting in the wings. One episode simply isn't enough. Join us on Patreon for the rest of the archives, where seances, scandals, and snake oil collide. £5 a month, no ads, no nonsense, just full Victorian and Edwardian immersion plus a 1-week free trial. No weird strings attached. News of the times, historical crime at patreon.com.